What's good? What's good, people? It's your boy Scott Lewis, apartment gamer and more. Brooklyn Nets Stoop Edition. Here with another one today. The Nets are down for 72-46 in the third quarter. It seemed like they got the memo. They got the memo. I think Wilson was shooting. He was doing all kind of crazy stuff. He got the memo. Yeah, he got the memo. That's cool. Right now, let me see who's leading the team in scoring. I hope that the mic is on. My music is going off and on. Don't know why, but it is what it is. What's good, everybody? What's good? Okay, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. All right, we good. 72-50, Brooklyn down 22 points. Our leading scorer right now is Ben Saraf, 17 minutes, 12 points, 6 for 10 on the field, 0 for 2 from 3. For 2 from 3, so this internet is bugging out. So if we get cut off, I don't know. It's kind of busy. I just had heavy rain here where I'm at, so. So it looked like the memo got around in the locker room. Jordy got the memo. You know, Sean sent the memo to him, and Sean gave it to the players. And he said, "If I go, y'all go too." So if I lose my job, I'm taking the ship down. Jordy said, "I'm taking the ship down." Them guys went out there and shot bricks from the very beginning. All you had to do was play the rookies, man. That's all you had to do was play the rookies. I know it hurt you to play them kind of minutes. Because when you look at the minutes they played, let me bring up the minutes. Malachi Smith and Little, they put up minutes, but today he ain't putting up 8. He only got 8 points. He's 3 for 8. I don't know what happened yesterday. Last game he was a superstar. Y'all have to say that, right? Oh yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How you been anyway? Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. You said Keisha, right? Okay. Yeah, Trevor Scott, 24 minutes, 5 points, 2 for 8. Edelman, 23 minutes, 8. Well, the start is the guys from the bench from the G League is actually getting the minutes, but we don't have a center out there, so it is what it is. We don't have a big. Everybody got 2 forwards. And Wilson. Wilson put up 17. He got 17 minutes, 6 points. Trust me, he could have put up more points than that. Trust me. Ben Saraf, 17 minutes, 12 points. He putting up points. He don't care. He said, I'm scoring. Drake Powell, 12 minutes, 0 points. Leave him in the game. If anybody need to be shooting right now, it's Drake Powell. Drake Powell need to be shooting. For real. And I'm being real. He need to be getting all the shooting practice he can get. For real. I'm getting frustrated with him and his low point productivity, his shooting ability. And we know he's better than that. Athletically, he's way better than what he's showing. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe we giving him more credit than he deserves. Maybe he is just what he is, a defensive specialist that he's been in North Carolina. So maybe that's just it. But I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm willing to give him a chance. And I think y'all want to too. Okay, the score right now. I'm gonna just keep this because losing this game, and I hate to feel that way. I really do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate feeling like I have to lose to get something. But losing this game would actually keep us in third place. I think we stay in third regardless of what else we do the rest of the year. I think tiebreakers go to us from the teams above us. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Yeah, my internet is bugging out, Ribby. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to hang in there though. What's popping, man? What's popping? What is popping? What's good, man? Your Knicks are playing good today, huh? Hanging in there, boy. They should be busting now. Your team, your boys should hang in there. They should get this game. And I don't think it matters to them though, really. As far as the standards are concerned. But it could be a mental thing. But they playing at home. They got, the Knicks had a favorable record, a favorable schedule, man. I know they went on the road just recently and they wasn't looking too good on the road in the West. But then when they came home and played all these teams, all these tankers, they got busy. They got busy. I know y'all got to be worried, Ribby. But, I mean, y'all still, oh, yeah, John is definitely going to be happy at a loss today. We got Lee. We got the ex-birthday boy here. What's up, Lee?
Nah, real rap. They still celebrating my birthday.
That's good. Good.
Real rap. I had people back home call me. I got some obviously more new Nets.
I
merch,
see. I started to tell you, boy. I said, yo, you've been getting kind of dope lately.
Yeah. Bro.
I didn't see the hat you wore last time. That one I never seen either.
I didn't buy none of this shit, bro. Like, and I got more shit coming. I ain't like my sister and her husband caught me this, and I got another one, Mitchell and Ness. I got some shirts coming, like some regular Nets shirts with old Nets logos on it. I got one with all the Nets logos that they had in the team history, all in one. But they got all black and white. I got a bunch of shit, man. Got more got more shit coming, man. I got tickets coming, man, for next year's games. Actually, because they do like scalping, do early scalping down here. They don't do Ticketmaster. They do like seat hub or something like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
so it'd be different in different parts of the country then.
Yeah, I feel like Ticketmaster been around for forever. Like, but the SeatGeek thing that they do in Seat Hub, that's more like YouTube. And like when you get deep in YouTube, that like I ain't gonna lie to you, they start doing ad revenues and they start hitting you up for that shit. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. Like, I mean, yeah, definitely. No, we do not curve them. Ribby, we do not at all, bro. Like we got.
I leave it flat.
Yeah, I leave my shit flat too. Exactly.
I even believe the sticker on mine too. Yeah. I mean,
the only.
But I put it underneath. I put it underneath.
The only reason why I took the sticker off because the last time I did that shit, it rained and the sticker imprint was like at the top.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah.
Like so, I got this joint right. It washes your hats. But it keeps it out. It keeps it in like a like.
Is it a plastic thing? It's like a thing that closes up.
It's like it's like one of them like cap like them things you could put your hat in and it stays flat like it's on your head. But it washes it. Yeah, but it don't wash it like it's in the washing machine. It washes it like light because the fabric on a lot of my hats is like crazy, bro. Like, and I got a hat with. I'm the type of nigga, I get a hat with a gold plated shit on it, bro. So I can't wash it. I gotta be careful. I gotta make sure I get in between the cuts and all of that, bro. Like my shit crazy. But yeah, man. You know what I was thinking about today?
What's that?
I was thinking about like everybody is so convinced that tanking works. And they had an episode, and I'm gonna tell you, and I gotta say this, man. It's been on my mind since earlier because shout out to Players Choice at Players Choice on YouTube, man, because they did an episode earlier,
right,
about tanking and the new tanking rules. Nobody really knows the ins and outs of them. My thing is, I had to do some like research. I had to do some quick research. So since the 2010 draft all the way to today, because we already got our lottery pick, we got Yegor, so we looking for a top 5 pick.
Right.
Top 5 picks only.
That's it.
From 2010 all the way to today, only 6 of them are NBA champions.
Wow.
Only 6.
Wow, that's some deep research you did there.
Only 6 of them. No. I'm gonna keep it 5 with you. Only 6 of them are NBA champions, and I got the list. It's Kyrie, AD, Tatum and Brown, who was our picks initially. Chet Holmgren, who was the latest, and Aaron Gordon, who got a championship on the Nuggets.
Wow.
The reason why I bought that's it. Those are the only 6 players that are champions. You know how many MVPs it's been in the top 5 since that time?
How many? Wow.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, it don't listen, that shit don't guarantee no championship. I keep telling people that ain't got nothing to do with it. You're just a fan if you glorifying just the number one pick.
Right now, I'm gonna let all y'all know understand right now because I'm gonna tell everybody this. And you know what? And you know what? A lot of people in our fan base is gonna do. They're gonna start deflecting because they want what they want, and that's all. That's all it is to it.
That's all they know.
Giannis is a champion, multiple time MVP. He was picked 15th in his draft.
Of course.
Kawhi was a two-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP. He was picked 15th in his draft.
Yeah.
Outside of San Antonio, who we know for sure tanked for Tim Duncan.
Right.
All those years ago. And outside of OKC, who you could say they tanked for Chet Holmgren, who was probably the 3rd best player on that championship team.
Right. He's not even a go-to.
Exactly. how many other championship teams that have tanked for the top players on their teams? You can't say the Warriors, because the Warriors, when they got the year that they got Steph, 2 years before that, the 07 We Believe Warriors were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can't say them. You can't say them, because Steph is not a top 5 pick.
No, he's not.
You can't say them. The only top 5 pick on that 2015 championship team was Sean Livingston, who was about to have his leg amputated.
Damn.
The Toronto Raptors, who won the championship in 2019, don't have nobody on that team. Jonas Valanciunas was the only top 5 pick on that team, and he wasn't even on the championship roster when they won the championship. They traded him early in the season.
Wow.
They traded him at the deadline for Marc Gasol, who was a 2nd-round pick.
Damn.
Marc Gasol was a defensive player of the year in this league. You can't tell me Denver tanked for Joker, who was a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah, it was a 2nd-round pick.
Joker is probably the best player in this decade, and he was picked in the 2nd round.
Not even in the 1st round.
Not even in the 1st. Understand the way that this shit works. You have to either develop or scheme, coaching staff, or management could put pieces together that just so happen to work.
Yeah. You need this shit to work in the locker room, man. You need that shit. That them players gotta be on the same.
The players and the coaching staff and everybody that's on the staff has to be on the same page. It doesn't matter where you would pick that.
It doesn't. No, talent is everywhere.
Because if I just told you
that, I'm gonna put that in my thing.
If I just told you, since the Nets been in Brooklyn, top 5 picks, it's been a lot of goddamn misses in the top 5.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of damn misses.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody, listen, and as far as this draft goes, this upcoming draft, everybody is saying this is the most top-heavy draft since what? LeBron and them? LeBron 03?
Yeah.
Let me just remind you that 03 draft, LeBron, Darko, Carmelo, Bosh, Wade. That was the top 5.
Yeah.
Damn good draft. You can't argue with that.
You can't.
Damn. The top 5 players in that draft, 4 of them won championships. If you count Darko, because technically he won a championship with Detroit.
Yeah.
But he didn't play.
No, he didn't play.
So you got LeBron, Wade, Bosh, who won championships. Remind me again that they played on the same goddamn team.
Yeah, they were together.
They was together when they won championships.
They couldn't do it alone. They had to get together.
So what this tells me is that championships is not guaranteed at all.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it takes a lot. It takes a whole lot.
Right. So I need our fan base to get this shit out of their mind. If you believe that championships ain't guaranteed, then that means top 5 picks ain't guaranteed neither.
And neither one of these guys that's coming in the draft are guaranteed to be superstar. Neither.
They ain't guaranteed to be stars. They ain't guaranteed to be nothing. You work you earn everything you get in this league.
Yes, you do.
Or it's handed to you.
Right.
One or the other.
Yeah, if you can make money for them, then they gonna make sure you good.
So I need y'all to understand. Now, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. It's been on Twitter. Everybody been on Twitter. Our name is officially connected to Giannis. It is what it is.
Yeah, I know.
It is what it is.
But I know how Sean thinks. I said that before. I said it before. I said it. And I know I said it. I said Sean wants to go for that star. He likes stars. He want a superstar. He don't want a regular star or a little baby star that you see in, Donkey Kong video game or Mario. No, he wants that big fucking star that make Mario real big.
Nigga stupid. Nah, but listen. Mark's wanted Giannis in particular for a long time.
Of course yes, he did. He do.
But listen, that's not even a problem. The problem, the thing is, everybody, it's a lot of Nets fans that decided that they don't want Giannis
because of what happened,
Zion, and they don't want this and that because of what happened with Kevin Durant.
Right.
That's the only reason why they're saying it happened. That's the only reason why they're saying they don't want him.
They got to grow up.
Yeah. You got to grow. Listen, one way or the other, you got to grow out of the fact that we're not the fucking GMs.
Yeah.
We're not scouts.
And they moved on. All them players that we talking about have moved on. They moved on. So I love them to death, but I got to let you go.
Right. And because I already know what's going to be. The thing is, here's the thing. We've done something that the Knickerbummers cannot do. We've attracted Kevin Durant. We've attracted Kyrie. We've attracted James Harden. And we're probably going to attract Giannis. And they missed on all of them. Because apparently they were supposed to attract them and they didn't. Giannis has property in Brooklyn. We all know this.
Yeah.
He bought a building in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So the Knicks have done what they done, and they have built what they builded.
I don't know, Gylo. I don't really know if you thinking that we don't have the space to get a team together, because it don't take much. It really doesn't. It's just got to get. If the free agency is out there and the Nets got space.
The thing is, we assuming that Giannis need a team to win with. Like, go look at that Bucks championship team. Outside of him and goddamn Drew Holiday, you had mid-range players. You had a B- C+ players at best. They had PJ Tucker in their lineup. They won a championship with him. They won a championship with Brook Lopez, and he was in his late 30s. We had Brook Lopez as our all-time leading scorer. It's our all-time leading scorer.
It don't take much. It don't take much.
Realistically, it's about cohesion. It's about how the pieces get put together. Now, listen, the reason why I'm saying all of this is because I know what I want. I'm not sure if I'm getting it. So what we got to do is understand that this time next season, Giannis is on this roster. It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna turn their back. Ain't nobody that's a Nets fan that's gonna be like, nah, I ain't messing with the Nets no more. Man, I'm out.
No, they ain't gonna say that.
Because
they're not gonna say that.
You had the chance to do that when Kevin Durant left. You had the chance to do that when Kyrie left, and you had the chance to do that when Cam Thomas left.
You got that right. Stayed. Yes, you did. You ain't going.
You had the chance to do that when all of them niggas left, and you still stayed.
Yep, you got that right.
Giannis clearly wants to be here. Clearly. He bought property here. That nigga spent $48 million, bro, like here. In Brooklyn. Not here where I'm at, but like in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Who the hell spent $48 million in Brooklyn?
Yeah. He must have liked it when he was here.
We need, bro. We need to stop complaining. We need to stop complaining and bitching about shit that's going to make our team better. Championships are not guaranteed. If we get Giannis, no, a championship is not guaranteed, but you give yourself a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, championships are not something that you need some luck, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You need a lot of luck. It's a lot of teams that stumbled and ran into a championship. Oh shit, we there.
Yep. I could tell you when Miami went to the finals, even though they lost.
As an AC, by the way, they was a playing team.
They were a playing team. I was amazed with that. For real. I was amazed with that.
That shit blew my. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I said, "Oh shit!"
I knew they was going to get their ass whipped when they got to the finals. But
damn, yeah, they made it look like they were supposed to be there.
Exactly.
I said, "Oh shit!"
Like
Miami.
Now everybody is concerned with. I understand that everybody is concerned with phase 2 of this process. How do we get Giannis here?
Right. They don't want to give up nothing.
They don't want to give up. What are you giving up?
I don't know.
What are we giving up, bruh? The Bucks want draft capital. As far as I know.
Yeah. I think that's what they want.
They want draft capital.
Yeah, because they're going to the bottom of the barrel after that.
It is what it is. Listen, you draft it. You go into this draft whoever you're going to draft. Every draft pick after that, you send them niggas that shit. Send them niggas that. Every first round pick you got, send them niggas that shit. It's that simple.
They can give them some of the ones we got this year too.
One
or two of them.
Well, we losing right now, so I mean, look, they ain't gonna want no second round picks, man. Like I'm like, listen, as far as I'm concerned, second round picks seem to be getting the damn job done. They want to play. All these first round picks. Everybody is clamoring over this draft. Like one of these players is gonna save the day.
Like they're gonna be a superstar.
Giannis is closer to saving the day than anybody else.
Yeah, I totally agree.
He's still a top. Last time I checked, Giannis is still a top 5 player in this league.
Yes, he is. Can't say he's not.
When we got KD, he was still top 10 player in the league. When we got James Harden, he was still a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd had some of his best years in a net uniform. He went to 2 finals. Was it a failure because he didn't win?
No, they still was busting people's ass, boy, on a regular.
They still was running through the East.
They ran through it, too.
Ran through that shit.
Literally ran. Yep. Yeah, they were a great team, man. They were running and gunning. They were Showtime for real in the East.
Right. So, bro, it's a possibility that Giannis could come here and be a hell of a damn teammate.
Yeah, revive. You know, there's a saying like when you around good players, you play better. Yeah, you ain't gonna play worse. You ain't get no worse if you around a superstar. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is it starts in training camp. It starts with the players, and it starts with the coaching staff understanding, you know, where a lot of players can go. Are there players that I don't want to get traded? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm not losing sleep. I'm not losing sleep, bro. If some of these players on this roster get traded for Giannis, I'm not.
I'm not neither. I ain't gonna lie to you because it can't be the same thing we did this year, next year. It just can't be.
Can't be. Because guess what? Because this tanking shit, this tanking shit, this draft, this build through the draft shit, this shit is just not for us. It's not.
Nah, it's not for New Yorkers. They're not for Brooklyn people. It's not for this city, man. This city is fast, man.
It's as far as I know, the Lakers and the Celtics, they never tanked for no damn championship.
Nah.
I just found out that Magic Johnson and James Worthy wasn't even the Lakers' initial picks. They came from the Utah Jazz. I'm just finding this out. The Celtics, the Larry Bird pick came from another team. The picks that Tatum and Brown came from us.
Yeah.
And they won a championship with that. The 08 team, they traded for all them niggas.
Yep.
Ray Allen, KG, Paul Pierce was the only draft pick. So realistically, bro, realistically speaking, that tanking shit, bro, like if you saying yo, we gonna tank and then we gonna get this player and run off into the sunset and run off the races. Outside of the Spurs and outside of OKC, you can't give me a whole shitload of teams that got their player and then ran off and then won.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, John?
Thank goodness we are just staying where we're at. Dropping a 5 would have been too much unpredictability. At least with 3, I know I'm drafting a spot higher than it was last year, but even then I'm not super no, we're going to get a top pick. It's really down to chance, again, by an incompetent performance. You guys see Sean Marks just now on Yes Network talk about how great his scouting department was last year, how prepared they were? You drafted 5 guards. That's being prepared. You had centers, wings, guys that would have added some fiber to this team. Hugh Gonzalez, Reynard, Rashid Fleming. And we landed on Saraf, a guy who was in nobody's crosshairs. And this guy wants to brag about his big historic scouting department. I'm done with the bullshit talk, Sean Marks. Either you get a top pick this year or you're gone. It's that simple.
We'll see. We will see. But I can tell you
enough.
I can tell you one thing though.
I mean, his job security is in perfect place. So
word up, his seat is mad comfortable.
His seat is very comfortable.
He working like he working for the city or something. And he's looking for a pension. He's looking for a pension.
In any professional sport with his record, you'd be fired. Whether it's football, lacrosse. Anything, volleyball, he'd be fired with that record. Like, it don't matter. Like, this is a huge summer. Everybody's talking about the Nets making incremental moves again, hoping on upside with some of the guys we drafted, hoping to re-sign some bench guys. But you got to make some move this summer that makes logical sense to push you forward. I don't know if you heard, but it seems that Zion and the Pelicans are going to stay together. Apparently, they're willing to offer an extension around $30-35 million. Like, that's a bargain deal, so why wouldn't he take that, even though he probably doesn't want to be there? So that Zion option, which was like the worst plan B option we could do, is kind of off the table right now. So again, the Nets, wherever move
he might turn it down. He might turn that down.
I'd be surprised if he did, because he doesn't really have that type of, pull in the NBA right now. He's going to be high value.
But Sean Marks is looking for the big fish. The bigger fish.
That's what he's looking for. Giannis ain't for Zion. We have heard no connections.
Giannis is more connected to us than anything right now.
It's crazy how connected he is to us. The only way I see us going after Giannis is if you have AJ or Peterson, because those guys make sense. One is in the backcourt.
Well, that's what he wants. That's what Sean said that in an interview. He said we need a high draft pick. We need a high draft pick. If he gets that third or second pick, Giannis is on his target.
Right, but if we don't, if we get Boozer or Wilson, let's say, I wouldn't go after Giannis at that point, because those guys are power forwards. Giannis is a power forward. You cannot play those guys on the court together. Like, it wouldn't make sense. You'd want to play Giannis with a star prospect that he could play next to. Not that guy comes off the bench for him, because that ruins a Boozer-Wilson progression. So it really entails you getting Peterson or AJ. And then obviously MPJ would stay, because you need a third option or a second vet co-guy next to Giannis and that prospect. So it would have to work out like that, like a triangle. You need a star prospect. You get Giannis, and then you have MPJ. That can work. I don't know how successful it will be, but that's how you can make a template and a sell job. Like, hey, I got the star. I got Giannis. I got MPJ. Okay, we got something. We don't know what it is, but we got the star of the future and the star of the present. Be happy and be merry. That's what they're going to try to sell to us. But again, you have to pull it off. This is why them being so lazy with this whole tank process has screwed them. If they would have fallen to fifth odds tonight, Scott, the Brooklyn Base would have been in an eruption zone.
Nah, they were. Yeah, but I could tell from the very beginning of this game they wasn't winning this game.
Thank goodness. Why didn't we put this against Washington, the Scott guy, and all these other guys?
I think what happened was they wasn't going to never catch up first place anyway.
We were right there.
They wouldn't have got first. Washington ain't winning a game this year, man.
They got a 5-point lead against us.
Even if we lost with them, we still lose. No, so it wasn't catchable.
We missed out. No, it was very. I will stand on it that first odds was catchable. Now, if the first odds leads to the fifth pick and our third odds leads to the first pick, okay, bygones be bygones. I might have miscalculated, but still.
And besides, the first place in the draft is not a good spot. It hasn't traditionally been. The getting the fifth pick would not get you Giannis.
It wouldn't, but you know what? I have control.
And Sean wants Giannis.
You have control over who you draft from 5 to 9.
You're not going to win.
At least you have a say in that.
Sean, in order to make it go fast, in order to make this team viable next year, getting Giannis and a top 3 pick is what he wants.
It's a great dream scenario, but it has to be reality on May 10th. It has to be a reality.
We'll see.
If it's somehow like the 5th through 6th pick, then reality.
I mean, it's a lottery. It's a lottery.
Right, but this is what Sean might do. He might still even do it without a top guy because, I'll give Leaf credit on this. Our front office, Joe and Sean specifically, if it was anybody else, I think we could pull this off. This front office has typically not wanted to develop young players. It's always been the experienced guys, load up your assets, and then cash in all your picks. But that hasn't worked out for us, though. So why couldn't we try something different these last 2 years? That's what perplexes me, is why do we keep doing the same failed cycle when we kind of know there's a 50% chance it blows up in our damn faces? That's the worry with getting Giannis. This roster has to be like Fort Knox around him. It can't be a ship with a bunch of holes in it, catching water.
Well, one thing, John, you got to realize too is it takes some luck to get a good team together, and you need some pieces to fall your way. That's for sure. But you can't trade away. You can't trade away your draft picks. So he's gonna pick. He wants a high top 3 pick this year. They're gonna get their wish at being number 3 and the bottom of the league. So they have the percentages, just like the other 3 teams. So it can fall their way or it can't. One way or the other. But I mean, they are definitely in a better position than they were last year. Now, the draft picks they got this year, this past year, one of these players got a shake. One of them got a shake. Maybe Yegor will be the one. I don't know. Maybe Wolf will be the one.
3 out of 5 guys.
I don't know. Wolf is an intriguing player because he's a big with guard skills. So, I mean, he's intriguing. I mean, he just got to shoot better. That's all. Basically, they just got to shoot better.
We definitely got to try to get a second first for a little safety now. I look at OKC, and they have 2 picks right now. They're at 15 and 16. The Clippers and 76ers picks are right next to each other. There's like no way they're going to draft 2 straight guys. I really think if the Nets want to make a big trade move this summer, that's a team they got to knock on the door. And Sam Presti has all the cards right now, but he also has to move assets to keep his power threshold, and that's where we come in. We need picks in this current draft. So I feel like if Sean Marks and Joe, well, if a new GM was in charge, I hope, would want to talk to the higher power right now and try to come together on some understanding. We could swap picks with each other. We could swap players, but getting a second first right after the lottery portion is huge. I don't know if you heard it. Chris Sinek is declaring for the draft. That is a big, you want a part of this team's future. A guy that brings different intangibles. So if I'm in the next position right now, getting a second first, you got to do. Last year, you didn't do it because you thought you could be cutesy about the whole damn situation. There are no room for error on late June with this draft. You got to be aggressive that night if you can get a second first or come away with some other first. We need that.
I think free agency is going to be good for the Nets.
It's not good right now. It's really not that good. The best free agent is LeBron James, and we don't want
remember I said that, though.
I remember.
I said that. Remember I said that the free agency going to be kind of good for us.
Yeah, but you notice why teams like Wizards and Utah did those pre-agency trade moves because they knew
they desperate. They desperate. They desperate. But sometimes being desperate is not good.
Right, but what did Utah do now? They got Jaren Jackson Jr. Now they've one of the tallest potential front courts in a very tough Western Conference. That's a move I understand. The Wizards, they're a mediocre market team, but what do? They got 2 B-minus star-level players to pair together with a young squad to try to get into a late playing season.
Utah need to worry about their locker room. That's how I see Utah. They got to worry about getting along. That's when you got that many alpha dogs in your locker room. You don't want that many. Yeah,
if you think about our situation, we have over $58 million in cap space. We might use it to re-sign a few guys, which will leave us with around like $30 million in cap space, which isn't a whole lot. So whatever that big move this is this summer, if they're taking on, like you said, a bad salary player that they can make a part of this team to help them get back to a playing situation, okay, but it has to be somebody that can help this team, not somebody that's going to hamper this team and be just another expensive acquiring salary. Like, there's different ways we can go, but it's got to make sense. And I worry, Scott, we're going to talk with Philly this summer. You heard about Philly today, right? And Embiid has appendicitis now. He's out for the season, and the playoffs, whatever you want to call it. Like, this dude is injury prone. The Philly has some serious decisions to make this summer. They went all in on Embiid, Paul George, and Maxey, and the only guy carrying his weight has been Maxey. The other two have been injured or suspended. So I think Philly's going to talk to a team like us this summer because they want to move off of a big contract.
And I don't think we don't need none of those players they got.
No, I understand, Scott, but if, let's say, we don't reach an extension agreement with MPJ and 76ers are desperate to get rid of, let's say, Paul George, and they're willing to attach the Rockets.
We don't need none of them. We don't need, even though it's an expiring contract. His contract is not expiring.
No, he has 2 more years, but the picks that they can attach, they have to. The Rockets pick, which is a second first, and the very valuable Clippers 2021. So if we have that Clippers first,
we're not rebuilding.
It's not about rebuilding. It's about moving an expiring salary and MPJ. If we don't get that big star, let's say, there's no reason to give this guy a huge extension. So you know what you do? You take on George and the draft capital, and George's contract runs out in a year and a half. We can eventually trade Paul George with all these picks to get a big star player that matches the salary. That's
George is going to. I'd see George retiring soon. I don't see him being a trade piece.
Well, maybe after his contract, but he's still got 2 years left.
Anyway, yeah, but I mean, he's coasting now.
Yeah, he is, but you know what? If we could get valuable capital to add to our arsenal, and we get a veteran player that maybe can give some type of knowledge to these kids in their sophomore year, it's a horrible trade idea, but it's not a unhorrible trade idea if we're facing a worst case scenario.
The Nets need not to be worried about trades. They need to be building a team.
Let's not. Free agency is not that good this summer.
They need a top 3 pick in this draft. That's what he wants. If he gets one of those things, then he's going for Giannis. I'm telling you. He's going for Giannis. I'm telling you what he's going to do.
You can't go for Giannis if you don't got a star player on this team. We did the same mistake 4 years ago when we just had Katie, Kyrie, James, and no young star of the future. You can't do it this time around.
Because if they take in Paul George, he's just going to eat up space, and he ain't going to play well.
Right, but it's not about the contract. It's about the valuable capital to add to our arsenal if you want to cash in on MPJ's value.
But Philly is not in a position to. They need capital.
They first of all they have to get rid of bad contracts because they already got their future right now. They have Maxey and
they can buy Paul George off. They can buy his contract up. Yes, they will.
Not with the money he's paying him. Not with the money he's paying him. That would be a tough bullet to pay. And I think for him, he's going to try to get rid of that contract.
If I need space, I'll get rid of him because I need capital. No, if I'm rebuilding a team, I need capital.
And they got capital as well. They have to listen. They are in no position to request assets. They are in a position to have to attach one or two assets at most that are valuable to a team they kind
of have they backcourt already, right?
What's the future? But their current presence is not on the same time. Like George and Embiid have not carried their weight whatsoever, and they're about to be a playing team that won't even make it to a first round. They were supposed to be a contending team when they went all in last year.
I think injuries finished them off. They done.
It's worse than the Big Three experience. At least the Big Three looked like championship team. This team has never looked like a championship team.
I think Embiid is done with Philly, and Paul is done with the NBA. Really, to be honest with you, he really not. Nobody's really pushing for him. His salary is way too big.
Right, I understand, but you guys talked about getting a bad salary for an exchange for a bad salary to get extra capital to keep rebuilding this next year or building up next year, and that's a scenario where we could see it maybe happen because we have MPJ's $40 million. We don't even know yet if we're going to extend the guy. I think you need a star drafted first before you think about extending. But if you don't get that star, this should be your next best case scenario. Don't extend MPJ. Move him for a bad contract, but at least you're getting assets with that incoming bad contract. Just kind of how you did Johnson for MPJ and a pick. It's easy to revolve that wheel if you're not ready to go all in on becoming a contending team. I'm just putting it into the air that is a situation that might pop its head because nobody, Scott, wants George or Embiid's contracts unless there's a team that has the cap space and is willing to get the contract as long as picks are attached to said bad contract. That's just something that might happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes you have to really weigh that. You can't. I understand what you're saying. Take the contract in and free up space eventually with these picks that you get from Philly. Even though I think that if you give them MPJ, they're going to be kind of good. They ain't going to be kind of.
Who we giving MPJ to?
Philly. In Philly, if you give them MPJ, they're not going to be bad for the next 2 years.
It's a worst case scenario that if we don't get a top guy and you don't want to extend MPJ, it seemed like Philly is going to have to get rid of George or Embiid's contract. We don't want Embiid because he's a full-on injury thing, but at least with George, they will have to be willing to attach draft capital assets that can be valuable trade chips for us down the line. It's almost like a reset for us a bit because we're taking on a bad contract, but at least we're getting compensated for it, and we don't have to give MPJ $58 million when the dude's already considering retirement. I'm swapping a podcaster for a podcaster, but at least I'm getting compensation for it, and that's better if we don't get a contract and we're forced to pay Michael Porter Jr., which I don't want to do in that scenario.
Time out. So, hold up. I just need to clear something up. He only said he was thinking about retirement because he came to the Nets. That's the only reason why. That's number one. He's 27 years old.
Okay, and if you give him a big contract extension and he wants to, his back pops out in a year or two, who's going to look like the idiot, us or him? Us.
Bruh, listen, chances get taken, things happen, it is what it is. You go in a draft and then you take somebody and then they back pop out and they younger than him, then what?
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen with this draft class in the top 4. It won't.
That's not going to happen with this draft in the top 4. Okay, fine.
Okay.
We believe in this draft so much. We believe in this draft so much. They can't do no wrong. These top 4 players are going to be all-time legendary greats. That's what's going to happen. We just need one of them. We get one of them and we running off to the races, bro. We back in action. That's what everybody believe.
Leaf, if we don't get the top 4 pick, this team's future is really screwed. I don't want to side with you on the negativity factor, but even I know the optics of how bad the situation is. We have a bad GM in Sean Marks to even be at the job right now for 10 years. I really think the only way you can fix this is get a new GM, get a 7-foot center, and draft a star prospect of some sort. It's the only way forward. But you can't keep this current front office as is. We have a guy bragging about his scouting department who drafted the same player 5 different times. Come on. That's egregious.
But why would you take on Paul George?
It is a worst case scenario.
Listen to the logic that you're saying. You're taking on somebody who's looking to retire soon, very soon, and you're going to end up paying him, and he's not going to play for a player that's playing.
I don't know why you would take on PG, bro. Like he's basically out the league.
In a year, he becomes expiring contract, and by then, 2028, we're going to want to start contending. So you could trade George and all these picks you have to a team for a star player that's available. That's an option for the Nets if they go down there. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I wouldn't consider it if we get the star player. But you have to have a plan B's and C's in this whole crappy situation we're in Brooklyn Nets world. Again, you guys in the comment section make fun of me for that trade idea, but at the end of the day, we have to move forward some way. It can't just be, we get Giannis without any star on this team in the draft. You do that, you're screwed. We're Chicago Bulls and the Kings of the East. We do not want to be either of those teams right now if we go after Giannis without a star of the future. That's the only point I'm making. So if we don't get a star of the future in this draft, a deal like that with George and assets for MPJ is something we might have to consider. That's all I'm saying in a worst case scenario. Then paying MPJ $58 million to do what? Get stats up and we're still screwed? Come on. That's not a good idea.
I'm just saying that you just overlooked this whole draft class.
If we get Giannis, bro, we a positive team again at least, bro. Like that's a good start. Like Giannis. Listen, it's clear as day that Giannis at least wants to be here. Nobody spends $48 million on a building in New York, on a building in Brooklyn, and they don't want to be here. That's $48 million.
You got to think about his calf injury situation. That dude's had to carry an insane burden. I respect Giannis for the level he's played at with the mediocre team he's had, but if he has to carry the weight again on this team, that calf is going to pop any minute. So if you get the star to play with him, okay, it's believable. But if you get the young star in this draft with Giannis, you have a future that we have to protect Giannis if we do make that big move. You can't just have Giannis on this team average a triple-double every game. His leg's going to pop if that's the case.
The young star that you talk, first off, is all about how Giannis plays with a different cast of players. That's number one. Number two, the young star that you talking about that's in this draft, that's supposedly in this draft, they're going to have to become a star immediately the second that Giannis gets here, bro, basically in a rookie season, and that's not possible.
Well, it has to happen in that scenario. It has to happen, or else why do the deal in the first place? If you don't believe that the star you get, the top 4 guy you get in this draft can't play with Giannis, then we shouldn't have drafted top 4 at all, because that's the believability factor. You have to believe that guy is the perfect young star of Brooklyn's future to pair with the present in Giannis.
It's not necessarily about that, John. You're missing the point. Like the top dude in this draft.
As good as Giannis is, we will not succeed with just him. You need that young star, or this team's future is screwed. That's
I understand that, John. Hold on. All I'm saying is, bro, the player that's gonna play alongside of Giannis and make his job easier may not be in this draft. He may be on this team already. They just need somebody. They just may need somebody that could do shit that they can't do.
Yeah,
they may be on this team already. They just need Giannis to cover up all the other shit that they can't do.
I know you're talking about Danny Wolf, but Giannis, even defensively, the burden he has to already do on offense will be doubled if he has to carry Danny Wolf on that side. So Danny Wolf has to defensively improve going into next year. It can't just be Giannis covering for him. We need both Danny and Giannis in that front court to play some potty
It's not just Danny Wolf, bro. It's the whole team. You need a whole unit to commit to defense. OKC proved it. You can't just do it with one defensive guy, bro. Like, you need a whole unit to compete on defense. The San Antonio Spurs, they compete on defense without Wemby. They still do it. They still had a good record, and they were still competent defensively without Wemby. As good as Wemby is. The OKC was competent defensively without Chet Holmgren because they got a whole bunch of chain link defenders. Obviously, you like when you get Giannis, you just need to work on the rest of your roster and all of the little itty bitty pieces, and get your rest of your athleticism and start from there. But you do have Giannis. You have Giannis as somewhat of a piece. If you don't like the ball in his hand, then go put him in a running situation where he could run up and down the court the same way LeBron do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to get in his way. He's one of the best transition players in the history of this league. All you got to do is just have him fill the lanes. Everybody else figuring out how to play with the ball in their hands while Giannis is playing catch and go. You could do that. But the thing is, everybody is not convinced that Giannis can play a different style. That's the reason why we're saying, yo, this can't work. This has to work this way. We can't do it this way. We don't know yet. When we get everything that we need to get, then we'll know. Other than that, everybody just need to calm down. That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I understand what Plan A was leading up to. It's just it really is dependent on getting a start in his draft because Giannis, he has longevity for maybe 4 more years at best before his body really starts failing him. I just think the roster, you're going to need good bench depth around Giannis, and you're going to need that co-star around Giannis. If you can somehow figure out those two things, this is very doable. But asking this front office to build a balanced roster, we've seen it for 10 years. Every year there is a major flaw with the Sean Marks, Joe Tsai roster that we all see, but they're too blind to fix. So if you get Giannis on this team, you better make sure this roster from top to bottom is like Fort Knox. Because if he has to carry all this by himself, we're going to be in for a load of pain. And I don't want that. If we get Giannis, I want the shot to count. I want to know that at least we have a legit shot to get back to where we want to be. But I want the star of the future because Giannis is not the future of the team. He would be the present. The future is the guy you got to get in this draft to justify going all in on Plan A like you're talking about, Leaf.
Listen, all I'm saying is maybe the future is not. Maybe the future player is going to be in this draft, but that could be the future anything. Maybe the future player is already on this team. They just ain't developed yet. Nobody believes that. The problem is nobody believes in none of these picks, bro, because they want the shit to work just like that. That's the problem. And they think that in this draft, the pick that we get that's in the top 4 is gonna work just like that. No. And if it don't work like that, you're gonna be 10 times as disappointed because you was invested in these top 4 players. And if we get one and they don't hit the ground running like that, you're going to be just as disappointed.
You're going to blame everybody else.
You're going to blame everybody else. You're going to blame the staff. You're going to blame Jordy. You're going to blame the coaching. You're going to blame this. You're going to blame that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we want everything to work just like that.
When the one thing that will change the face of this team, you want to renege on it, which is Giannis. He'll change the culture in that locker room. Guarantee.
We'll be an ultra competitive.
Guarantee. I guarantee that locker room going to be different. Guarantee. And I think you know that. I think you know what Giannis is going to bring because his mouth is going to be big in that locker room.
I just hope he don't bring his brothers to the team, man. I don't need wasting roster spots. That's my only. That's what my only big issues is. Let him come to the game like fans. Or in the
Listen, I'm hoping you don't bring them burgers to the team either, because they on.
Word up.
You know, you guys know Giannis comes here. He's the GM. Sean Martin, he'll be a puppet on this team, but he'll be getting all of his directives from Joe and mostly Giannis. Giannis will tell us exactly what he wants. If you don't give exactly what he wants, then Giannis is going to run in the freaking dirt.
Hold on, time out. I don't know how true this is, but breaking news: Detroit Pistons former player Jaden Ivey is retiring from the NBA at age 24 to answer God's call and become a pastor.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Wow. Good luck.
Good luck.
I mean, at 24 though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he got
24.
He got come up money.
He had a spiritual awakening, Leaf.
He ain't like he broke.
At 24?
Ain't like he broke.
I mean,
if
his ex-wife, if his wife don't ask for the change, bro. Like,
how much money? How long he been in the league? 3-4 years?
Something like that. I don't know. He been in the league for a minute, but
he made about 20 million, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he was a top 5 pick, right?
Yeah, he was a top 5 pick. Before John, before you got in here, I had to do some homework of my own because everybody.
Please tell him. Explain to him.
Everybody is convinced. You got a tank to get better, but my thing is that we already have a lottery pick, which is Yegor. So we're looking for a top 5 pick, right? I'm assuming that. So just to let everybody know, since the Nets have been in Brooklyn, in terms of top 5 picks, well, we could go even before that. Since 2010, top 5 picks concerning only 6 players have won an NBA championship, and only one of them is an MVP. There are a lot of goddamn misses in these drafts.
And we've missed out on a lot of them, unfortunately. That's why I wish we had different people in charge.
People are not getting. See, you missed the whole point.
No, Leaf, I know what you're saying. It's just you know who's in charge of this team, and they go over guys that we know they should get.
You're missing the whole point. If we missed out on players in the top 5, then other teams missed out. Then other teams that picked them, they basically blundered them and missed out on them too. They did the same exact. Hold on. The Charlotte Hornets been in the lottery for years. They just now had getting a positive record. Bro. This shit is not guaranteed. If you're not the Spurs and if you're not OKC, tanking doesn't work. The Lakers haven't tanked for a title for as far as we know. The Celtics haven't tanked for a title ever. They had other teams do that for them, like us.
Yeah, we did the dirty work for him. I know that still haunts us.
So this whole tank, bro, what it is development. What it is a cohesion. It's the coaching staff. It's the players. You can't sit here and tell me that a whole bunch of dudes that warrant top 5 picks, only one of them is a league MVP, and only 6 of them are champions since 2010. That's pitiful. And if this draft is as good as everybody says it is, then that means it should be a rival in 2003. In 2003, we all know who went top 5. LeBron, Darko, Melo, Bosh, Wade. Everybody got a championship except for Carmelo. The other 3 players that got championships, they played on the same goddamn team to get them. So realistically, bro, like, there's enough. If you believe that championships are not guaranteed, then why don't you believe that ain't none of these draft picks ain't guaranteed to be shit neither? Because I just gave you the math.
Leaf, at the end of the day, you don't trade back for your future and not get at least one of these guys. If we come away 2 years without a guy that was projected to be a franchise guy that actually can be a franchise guy, this was all a waste of time. Now, we might have gotten good connected players. That's something you can take away from it. But if you miss out on your ultimate goal, this was a farce. This was a bad shenanigans on a front office that is lazy when it comes to instilling the goals of the team. We're letting guys on two-ways now win us games because they want to get a few million bumps in their contracts. Like, it is bad that we have no leadership in this front office, and I agree. We should be able to find good talent, but you make the same point. We've always gone after the established talent, over-investing in young guys because our front office has this bad mindset that hasn't gotten them anywhere in 10 years. If we change up the mindset of this front office, we might have more people that are connected on how to make Brooklyn a successful organization, but we just don't. We have way too many divisions in the last few years on this team than having this team actually come together. So this summer, it has to be the makings of something, the start of something. I don't know what it is. It has to be the start of something. We're getting Brooklyn back to some type of relevancy.
Do you think getting Giannis would change the culture inside that locker room?
It would, but you have to remember what is going to be around him. It's not just going to be Giannis by himself. He wants guys in the corner that can be a backup too, you know.
Well, he would have support of Jordy then, right?
He definitely would have support of Jordy.
Right? Am I right or wrong? No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying, he would answer my question. I mean, don't give me an answer.
Listen, Jordy
without answering.
Scott, Jordy wants to win with whoever can win him a basketball game. He will love Giannis just because he can win. That's it. He don't care about Giannis' resume record. He wants winning players. This guy wants to stack his resume up. He wants to stack it up. So Jordy
ain't stupid to know that what he did coaching over in Canada and other places that he been at, it's the same thing he's gonna have to do here. It's not gonna work. What I'm saying is, in the NBA, it is a star-driven league. So if getting Giannis would change your locker room, would it affect those young players that's on our team? I think so. I know. Matter of fact, I don't think so. I know so.
Well, you know the bar is raised. Anytime a guy, Giannis Elk, is on any team, every young player, no matter who you are, how much
Sean knows getting Giannis will attract other players in the league. He knows that. That he does know.
You better have a better bench around these stars. Remember,
you keep talking about yes, he's going to have a better bench. It'd be no problem getting a bench.
To make that bench, DeAndre Bembry, Paul Millsap, Javon Carter. Remember those garbage guys we put around three of the potential best stars ever assembled on a team? That's what we can't have with a guy with calf issues. The bench better be better. It better not be garbage around him, or else he's not going to be giving us the leadership we expect him to give.
We drafted 5 players. We're going to draft another one. That's 6. You only can use so many draft picks. You can't just pile up picks and just hope that shit work. And then as years go by, that's not how it. If that's what you're saying, that's how that you want to do. That's not. We're gonna be in purgatory forever.
You can't just go after Giannis to get.
You need a star in this league. You need a star in this league for real. It has always worked that way. I remember when Magic Johnson got drafted, and they drafted him. Did Magic play at Michigan? I believe. Leave. I'm not sure. I think he did. Anyway, he got drafted with a couple of other players that got drafted with him. They made sure to get Lou Alcindor. They made sure to get a star. You have to have a star on your team. You can't sit there and say, I'm going to draft a star. Cooper Flag going to have it rough if he don't have another partner at Dallas. He going to have it rough. Yeah, but
you see the potential with Cooper Flag?
He can have all the potential in the He can have all the potential in the world. No one player can do it. No one player can do it.
If we had Cooper Flag on this team right now, Giannis would say we're the number one team. No questions asked. But he sees potential in young players that can be stars. A guy like Cooper would be a guy he want to come play with. We need that guy for him to come play here. It has to be somebody that has that star potential.
I'm just saying it behooves him to be on a team that's on the up and up at this point in his career, because he is not going to be able to just. How's it working for the Lakers since what you call him got there? How's it working for the Lakers?
LeBron got there, or Luka since Luka got there. It's been up and down. It's been very down mostly.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because it takes team to win. It don't just take a superstar. You need a superstar, but it takes a team too. It don't take a great bench to make a good team.
Well, it's a combination. You need depth. You need the right stars that play together.
You need the right players. Luka is not. Luka comes across to me like he ain't a leader.
Well,
Giannis is a leader.
Well, the problem is you got to play defense as a superstar. Luka plays zero defense, and his co-star reads defense. And then you have 4 I'm done. This was a fun last year, but I'm out. Like, that's how bad that team is right now. You're trying to get the right co-star with Giannis, and you could have something here. It has to be somebody that gels with him.
I guarantee you.
With him.
I guarantee you, if Giannis come to Brooklyn, it'll be a different story. I'm telling you, that whole team will change immediately.
It will, because you're building a roster around him.
Immediately, it's going to change. Immediately. I know you don't like it. I know people don't like it, and you think that you can draft a superstar and just one, and that's it. But it ain't going to be great. It ain't going to be great.
It fits the timeline a lot more. Like, I would want Giannis, who's a few years younger, really, but being 32, that timeline.
Listen, I ain't worried about age. He's got another 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah,
you don't expect him.
It's only 3 years. It's going to be an 8-year process.
You don't look at it as 8 years ahead in the future that I still want my superstar. This guy we draft now might not even be on the team in 5 years.
Oh, if it's a Bosch or Boozer.
Oh no, I mean, people, drafts come behind this, right? You know that every year there's new draft picks, and don't give me this is the draft for the greatest draft in the world. When we just got Jokic, the 2-time, 3-time MVP, drafted in the second round.
I mean, it's rare that the top 4 guys.
Please don't give me that this is the draft class.
It's rare that a top 4, where each of the top 4 guys could be number ones in their own drafts or together in one draft before. That's just the speciality.
I guess MVPs and titles don't mean nothing. It's just the projection of the scouting.
When have we ever had a star prospect? Guess what? Never. We've never had a star prospect.
Since when has scouts become the dictators of what talent is?
Again, scouts, we've never had a star prospect in 10 years. We can never even make that evaluation if how we work or not, because we've never given ourselves a chance. Last year was supposed to be that first chance, and we blew it. I
don't know. Maybe Yegor is the man.
And Jeremiah Fears, the guy dropped 40 points.
I'm just saying, maybe Yegor is the man, man. Maybe Yegor is.
Yegor is a hard-working player, but is he that star guy that can take over games?
We don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
He's a good fourth quarter player. He's got fourth quarter clutch genes, but you need 4 whole quarters of a dominant type player.
We don't know, man. We don't know.
We gotta find out this upcoming season.
I'm gonna tell you why we don't know. Even if he played well, is the reason why is we were tanking this year. We were tanking from the beginning. I told people at the beginning of the year we were going to be right there. I said that at the beginning of the year they're gonna tank. Where are we at now? Third? We doing better than last year, right? We're in a better position than last year, right?
Both years should have been better positions.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, are we better this year than last year?
May 10th, we'll find out. We'll find out on May 10th.
But as of right now, though, right now we are. I told people they didn't need to play those rookies all year to get here. I said they are not ready. They are not ready. Putting them out there to lose is not good.
It's experience, though. They get experience.
Giving them all those minutes does not guarantee anything for next year. Yes, I understand. I understand they need playing time. I'm not saying they don't need no playing time. I'm saying they don't need no 30 minutes, 40 minutes in this NBA. Come on, be for real. Be for real. No, other teams don't care. Look where they at.
Okay, but they do.
Look what Utah did. Utah did the same thing, and they still went out and got other players.
Okay, does Ace Bailey look better than he did beginning of the season?
Ace Bailey probably coming off the bench half the time next year.
Oh my God, Scott, that's not the point.
Watch and see. Mark my word, watch and see. They got a bench full of vets.
Okay, and Ace is going to be a part
they went out and got vets. They went out and got vets. That's
Do you know
what they did.
It's going to be next year.
They didn't say. They didn't.
It's going to have Jaren Jackson Jr., Laurie Marketing, and Walker Kessler. That's a tall lineup.
Yeah, they got vets on their team, and and his minutes are not going to be like what you think.
He's going to be the starting lineup, Scott.
You don't know that.
He did too. It's crazy that he's playing the two for that team right now, Ace Bailey.
Yeah, of course they are, because they tanking. They still tanking.
But they play the kids. So they play the kids.
Oh my God, y'all don't see it. I'm showing y'all the guys this. I'm showing you this, John. I'm telling you, you're looking at it right in your face, but you don't want to believe that these guys are young. It's going to take a minute. If they not LeBron James and Michael Jordan coming out again. I'm not saying that it ain't possible that one of these guys are like that. What I'm saying is, usually we knew LeBron James was going to be who LeBron James was when he came out when he was young. It wasn't even a doubt. There was no doubt in his game. Everybody said Cooper Flagg was going to be great. Yeah, he's great when he's by himself. But when you on that team, if Kyrie was playing with him, he need him. He needs somebody else.
We need to really challenge these guys this summer. The bubble wrap should be off next year. And
somebody from our draft class might not. Yes.
That I agree with. Somebody listen, and listen. I want to make one thing clear. I don't really care about running New York or running the city or this, that, and the third. Bro. I'm not one of them Nets fans that care about that. No, Brooklyn is big enough for me. Brooklyn is big enough for me, bro. Like I'm. It costs money to get in Manhattan. Whether you're on foot or on train or in a car, it costs money to get in and out of Manhattan. I don't give a shit about that water in between it. I don't give a shit about that island at all. Brooklyn is big enough for me.
Yeah, it's kind of going on.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And they're gonna be. And if we continue to go in a successful rate, I'm probably never gonna be able to afford anything in Brooklyn ever again.
Word up. Everything gonna be off the chain.
Everything gonna be up, bro. Like Brooklyn can easily turn into the new Manhattan, just like that.
Hey, it's evolving, man. If that happens, it happens. Like the Brooklyn Nets got to raise the bar for themselves. Like we don't have to compete with no New York Knicks team. And by the way, they barely won again tonight. They're in a lot of trouble. We have their draft capital future. The Nets, if we just have a office makes confident decisions, we can have a future in Brooklyn. We just need the front office to come together and figure out their BS and make the right decisions for once. It's all come down to.
I'm not listen. Yeah, you're right, Rue, but everybody knew what we're tanking. The problem is we put it in the hands of two individuals that didn't know how to properly tank, quote unquote. That's what we put it in the hands of. So realistically, in a perfect world, if Indiana and Washington win out and we lose out and we get lucky and still get to the bottom, and we still don't end up with none of the top four changeable faces of a franchise type of players that we looking for, then you still back at square one.
That's very bad.
So, yeah, exactly. So that's what I low-key want to happen, because I'm tired of everybody in our fan base talking about this goofy shit. We get players, you challenge them to get better, no matter where they pick that. And they either do and they raise the franchise, or they don't and they get gone.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
That's it.
Leaf, I would get them. They'd be gone if I was me. If it was me, listen, if you can't do it, job,
bro. Like, I mean, everybody gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Everybody gotta go. Especially this upcoming season. If I don't see anything that's changing the trajectory of anything,
they gotta go
on this team,
gotta go.
Gone. I'll fight you, and then, if you play like shit, I'll fight you and try to Evander Holyfield you, like Tyson did, bro. Like, and I'll be out of the league.
Yeah, because you gotta go.
Serious. You gotta go. But I do agree with John, bro. Like, John, I do agree that, listen, it's got to be some real challenges this upcoming this season.
Oh no, yeah, I agree with that.
Sure. Gotta take the bubble wrap off. Like I keep saying, it physicality. I want each of these guys to give us interior offense. This 3-point live by the line crap has to end. These kids will never get confident if you keep holding them back. Let them go up against other guys. Let them get to the rim, the free throw line. What they got to do?
Yeah, John. Listen, John is right. I agree with him. Yeah. But the thing, John, I don't like when you say taking somebody else's garbage. I'm not taking nobody else's shit. If Philly want to swap and then get MPJ for homeboy, and they giving me picks that I can't refuse, that's different.
Exactly.
That's different.
That's different.
But just to get one more pick, one more pick when you got 30 picks next year and a couple of years from now, that don't make no sense. I'm not in the game to make Philly. I'm not in the game.
But the thing about getting picks is, bro, like, John, you continue to sell your franchise hope just because another franchise did it, bro. It's more than one way to bake a cake in the NBA. And the thing is, we don't have to, just because Oklahoma City ran up the street and hit the lottery, and San Antonio ran up the street and hit the lottery, don't mean that we can do it.
Or given to them.
That's not what it means. And I think people need to get this thing out of their head. Yes, the Pistons got Cade Cunningham, but the Pistons have not won a playoff series yet. Yes, Paolo Banchero, the Orlando Magic got Paolo Banchero and became Rookie of the Year and an All-Star. But the Orlando Magic didn't win a playoff series yet.
They look like they're going to get bumped right away.
The San Antonio Spurs didn't win a playoff series yet. But here's the thing. The reality is that you do it by working. The work starts within the organization. The work starts within the coaching staff. The work starts with the players. You could draft good all you want. You could draft this phenomenal being out of college all you want. But if you ain't putting in the work, if the coaching staff and the team staff and the players ain't putting in the work for that player to take what he did in college and max it out in the NBA on an NBA court, it's not gonna work. I don't give a damn who you get. It does not matter, bro. The works. I agree with you with one thing. It's got to be something. These players got to be challenged, for real, for real.
No, they definitely do. Challenged. And I just think for the Nets, whatever big moves you make, do not financially handicap yourselves by giving guys extensions that aren't going to benefit us. Like, if we could take on bad contracts that help us be competitive, okay. Like, I want to do the Zion thing, but apparently Zion might stay. So for the Nets, your options are going to get limited very soon if you don't have the right move in mind. So I think we could have something competitive next year. It's just this front office has to make the right calculated decisions for once and not just go with what they think will lead us down the right path, because their thoughts don't really ever add up to a complete product. So I hope they listen to all the Brooklyn base members, because we all seem to give the right feedback on how this team can move forward together, challenging the rookies, adding the right type of vets. It's just this summer, it's put up or shut up. Show you can actually do it, or there needs to be a whole overhaul with this whole front office, because it really starts at the top. It really does.
Yeah, it does. It does. John got to get the right piece, man.
Listen, it does start at the top, but realistically, for a lot of different franchises, it really starts with the coaching staff and the players, bro. Because OKC, bro, trust me, nobody in that front office thought that they was gonna be on the trajectory that they was on the year that they got a J-Dub, and then the next year they got Chet and went number 1 seed, and then they've been a number 1 seed almost every year since. Nobody in that front office believed in them like that. They had to prove that front office wrong. We got to prove our front office wrong. The players and the coaching staff, and Jordy and the staff and the scouts and the training, all of that. It's up to everything that happened on the floor first for them to believe and put money and put that free agent money that they've been holding on for a big free agent, to put it into the guys that they invested in on these draft days. They gotta prove without a shadow of a doubt that they can do this together. They have to be challenged this summer, and it has to be and it has to turn, and you got to figure out how to turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
That's a great analogy for the team right now. That's a great analogy. I got to use that every time with this. If we don't start constructing a real roster, but it starts on May 10th. I hope it's a good day, but I really have to dampen expectations like always. But this front office, they got to own May 10th, whatever it is, for good or worse. They better own it, and they better not dodge the media. That's for sure.
So the draft pick selections is May 10th. So,
yep.
Damn.
Yep.
That's 1 month away.
It's a good day. I really do.
That's basically what it is.
1 month away. We're gonna know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Shit gonna get real. Shit about to get real.
We just got our asses kicked. We just got our asses kicked tonight, man, by the Pacers, and the Pacers
123
win
to 94
from behind us. I don't think we're catching the Wizards. Obviously, I think that chance is come and gone. But I don't think we're catching them. If the Pacers could somehow win out, then we could move in the second. It's a possibility we could move in the second.
Nah, they're gonna super tank.
And that's that. Washington only got 2 games left. It's against Miami and Cleveland. They losing both of those. So Indiana is basically our only chance.
Well, they might not against Cleveland. They might win that game against Cleveland. Cleveland might not play nobody that game.
Pacers are playing the Philly tomorrow. We're playing Milwaukee, so we're both playing again tomorrow. That'll be something to look out for.
Right. Yeah, the Pacers is playing the Sixers. The Sixers probably need that. Detroit is probably sitting people, so the Pacers could win that. I don't know if they could beat Philly tomorrow.
The Knicks are in the play. The Knicks got 2 games left. They're in the playoffs right now.
I don't give a shit about nothing. I don't give a damn about nothing.
And the only reason why I say that is because they don't want Cleveland to get that 3rd spot. They do not want to be in that 4th spot.
I think we're worried about who they're going to face that first round. Orlando is right on the thick of getting into that top 6 potential. I think Toronto won tonight again, so they're tied with Atlanta, and Atlanta's facing the Cavs tomorrow. So if Orlando wins and Atlanta loses, I think the Magic move up to the 6th spot in the playoff bracket. So that means the Knicks would have to go up against Orlando, Boston, and Detroit if they want to get to the NBA Finals, which, whew, that sounds like a pretty nasty gauntlet.
That's going to be tough, right?
That's good from the picture. That's going to be mega tough. Because Orlando, as bad as they've been this year, they can play really good in a very short amount of time if they get everything right.
We got CJ on the stoop. What's up, CJ?
Hey, CJ.
What's up, y'all? What's up, John? What's up, Scott?
Not much. Everything good.
Thank God we fucking lost today.
Yeah, that was it wasn't even close, neither.
Let me tell you something. If they win Sunday game, they fuck up the draft, man.
I meant to tell you, John. Wilson got the memo. He got the memo.
He's leaving the team?
No, he got the memo to tank. You should have seen him.
Oh, John, I want to ask you, what you thought about that? What Sean Mark said.
What about Sean Mark said about the draft scouting department? Listen, he is a blow. He says they were so prepared. You drafted 5 guards. That's preparation. You had Hugo, Raynard. You had all these guys you didn't want to look at. And I'll tell you this. If I'm that scouting department and I'd have the balls to tell Sean, you need to get a center at 26, if they didn't have the guts to do that, they should fire themselves. We needed a big at that spot. So Raf did not serve a purpose to our future. You got your 2 point guards. You didn't need 3. It was just, I can't believe he stands by that. And then he says, oh, these were good character gentlemen we drafted. He has to go. This man does not know how to be a GM. He won 2 Mickey Mouse rings, one playing 3 minutes at the bench, the other getting Greg Popovich's coffee, and he somehow got a general manager position. That's a miracle, if you ask me. Enough is enough with this guy. I can't keep hearing him do the same speech over and over again.
Well, John, Sunday, this shit over with, man.
Tell you
what we picking up, man.
It is almost over.
Yeah, it's been a long season, and it's been a toll on all the Net fans for sure.
Oh, we definitely need the break. We definitely need the break, and at least we can sit back for a month, get ready for May 10th, and really see what our plan is, what our thought process is. I will say, May 10th will definitely influence what happens on draft night. I think there's some teams that are gearing up to make some moves, and I hope we're one of them for the better. So we'll see what happens.
So he's just 1 game behind the Pacers right now. Yeah.
Yeah, if they win and we lose tomorrow, we do tie again, and they would have the tiebreaker over us. So that means we'd be in second, like Lee said. But again, it's Philly. Philly might just play Edgecombe and Maxey, and both those guys might drop like 80 points. So we'll see.
I don't know. Philly.
I think the
Philly got to lose?
The only thing Indiana The only thing Indiana needs to do is tie us, and we should be good. So if we lose, we got 2 games on the road. We got at Milwaukee and we got at Toronto. I think Toronto is gonna go dumb the last game of the season, because they trying to look to get a spot. Indiana, I think they could beat Detroit the last game of the season. Detroit will probably be resting players, and I think they'll try to go for that win. So that could be the win that ties it, and then we can land in second, and then everybody could be disappointed when we get the 6th pick, like I said we was gonna get.
Oh, I want to get the top 4 picks so we get bad just to forget about this nightmare. Like literally, I could forget about half the crap this organization's done if I get that top pick. If not, I'll remember it.
Let's take a look at the West. It don't matter here. Neither one of them, both of them are right there.
So. Whoever's got the Lakers the first round, they must feel very excited. They just got to go up against 41-year-old LeBron. They got to feel really excited.
Who, the Lakers?
Yeah, that's the one team you want to face right now because they're so injury bit. Oh, the Rockets. Oof, the Rockets actually have a shot to win that first round now. Just the Lakers are so bad on defense.
They've been on a roll too.
Nuggets and Timberwolves. Nuggets and Timberwolves could be a dogfight. You have Joker, who's been on a great run lately, and then you have the Timberwolves been trying to find consistency, but Ant-Man is always a show stealer in the playoffs, so that's going to be a tough first round matchup.
Basically.
OKC though has a clear path. I will say this: if the Spurs do get knocked out by it could be potentially the Spurs and the Nuggets in the second round. Yo, that's like a lot. That's like King Kong Godzilla right there. That right there. If OKC gets through the first two rounds very quickly, they should be in great shape going into the West Conference Finals because Nuggets and Spurs that could go to 6 or 7 easy. That's going to be a tough series if those two teams in that bracket there.
I in the East, I don't know, man. The East
East
don't
right
look.
now, Orlando has the Bulls tomorrow. If they win and the Hawks lose, they would move up to let's see. No, they're moving to 6 odds or potentially 5th odds. If the Raptors lose, if the Raptors lose, Orlando would tie Raptors for I think 5. Yeah, they were tying for 5 or something like that. Yeah, they would. They would. So yeah, the 5 through 6 is up to grabs right now. Yeah. Orlando could really move up the top 5 potentially, but man, yeah. Philly, they just lost tonight, so they're going to be in the play-in.
Philly might lose to the Pacers, right? Don't they last game is against they next
This
to the
season
last
is
game.
over.
They next game.
Philly's
They might
season is
lose to the
over.
Pacers. They
Philly's
might
season,
lose.
I don't even think they can make it out the play-in. They can't. They've just been so bad this year. And without Embiid, it's going to be tough.
I think Philly might be competing, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the only thing that's important going forward is that at least the Pacers have a chance to tie us. We just got to lose the next 2 games, hand over fist. That's what
We'll
we need
see.
to do.
We'll see, Leaf. I want the same thing, but it's just we could have taken care of this work a lot sooner. It's organization because everything's so wacky.
Like, there's nothing we could do about the Washington situation. It is what it
No,
is.
they playing. That's the way they play. They just want to. They're gonna give you everything you want. They
Basically,
go. You can break records with Washington right now,
basically,
as Bam showed you. You can break records with on Washington for real.
basically.
That don't make no sense, man. A team shouldn't be that bad. That team is not bad, man. On paper, that team is not that
Look,
bad.
I'm listening on paper, but at the same time, man, like you got like you got to ask yourself first off. AD was basically hurt the whole season, and they had picked him up. I guess they picked him up for next year, and I don't know where they plan on going from there, man. Like, and just in terms of like, okay, yeah, like, all right, this is what we gonna do. This is how we gonna do it. Da 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 da. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know how this is gonna fall out, man. But I'm not really banking on anything. I'm not really banking on nothing, even if we do get a spot that we would like to land in, bro. Like, because 2 is still available, but at the same time, man, like I just want this shit to end, bro, abruptly, bro. Like I'm to the point, man, where I just want this shit to be over. And I never want to, and I would like to definitely say, I never want to take part in any type of tanking ever again.
Nah, it's not. It's not good for the players. It really ain't. It really
It's
not.
it's
I
not
don't
it's
care
not
what.
good for anybody. I'm like it's
Nah,
just
that's not.
all it
That's
is
not
just
cool.
back and forth, and everybody is fixated. They got their mind fixated on that you need to tank to win and do better and get a better team. No,
That to me is counterproductive.
that to me is bullshit.
I ain't feeling that, and I don't care what nobody said. I don't feel. I ain't feeling it. Yeah, we lose the next game, we are locked. I think we are locking on the next game. And we definitely gonna lose that game. Let me see who we play. And I could tell Wade Jordy, we played the Buck at Milwaukee too. Yeah. All you got to do is start that same rotation.
Basically, that's all they got to do.
Put the two rookies in the backcourt and tell them to shoot. Nah, you shoot. No, don't pass that shit. Shoot. I'm not open. I don't care. Shoot. If I was on that team and somebody passed me the ball, so Ralph passed me, I'm passing that shit right back.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, you shoot. Nah, I ain't open. Shoot. Do your lefty thing. And Drake and Drake Powell. Let me see what they numbers were today. Oh my God. I know it's gonna be horrible. Word. Let me see. Jay Little, 37 minutes, 26. Oh, he's still trying to put points up, huh? 26 points, 10 for 16, 3 for 6. He's looking for an NBA contract. If it ain't with us, it's with somebody else.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
it don't matter.
Yeah,
he don't care where it's at.
He definitely looking for an NBA contract. He got 26 and 10.
Yeah, that's 26 and 10. Yo, listen, he putting up numbers. He putting up numbers, man.
That's a fact.
Putting up numbers and playing.
I don't even know if anybody on our main roster did 26 and 10 this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Outside of MPJ.
Not like that. These numbers right here is starter numbers.
10 for 16.
10 for 16 is starter numbers.
1 turnover.
3 for 6 from 3-pointer, 50%. Yes, that's starting numbers. That's who you want as a starter. 10 rebounds. He got a triple-double, right? He got 10 rebounds. He got busy. Smith, Steady Smith. He didn't shoot too well, though. I think he got the memo. Malachi Smith, Trevor Scott, he played center today, and he really ain't a center. 40 minutes, 11 points, 5 for 16. He was bricking. 0 for 4. Tank Commanders. Tyson Enderman, 39 minutes, 14 points, 5 for 17. Tank Commander. Ben Saraf, 28, 19 points, 8 for 16, 0 for 4 from 3. Semi-Tank Master.
It's a Semi-Tank Master.
Keep him on the outside. Jalen Wilson, 37, 11 points, 4 for 11, 2 for 7. He got the memo.
Yeah, he did.
He got the memo. He helped us win this game. He helped us lose this game.
Yeah.
Because I seen the first half, and he was wide open, and he bricked. Yes. And he's not a brick shooter. No, he's not a brick shooter. No,
but he ain't a great one neither.
No, but I mean, he was playing against the Pacers. I mean, he was wide open, and he hit a 3. Then the next 2 or 3 threes, you bricked. No, you ain't bricking. You're not that type of shooter. And you had a little guy. He's a better player than a G League. Let's just above a G League player. And he shot bad. And I knew then, and he started. And I knew then he knew what the Nets wanted to do.
Basically.
He knew. And I'm wondering.
He already knew.
I'm wondering, is he thanking Sean for having me on this team for 3 years?
I don't even know if he doing that.
Because he gave him the opportunity, man. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, listen,
Drake's pal. Go
there is a thing that's going on, like in the league and in the NBA, to where, like come around, like when March Madness starts, you start.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest up for the playoffs.
Yeah, so unless his team's like going for something historic, then nothing really happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true. Drake Powell, 20 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 7, 0 for 4. He better get his shit together.
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna lie, because he would be on my block. And I mean the chopping block at that. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say y'all like
that block.
You could say he's athletic. You could be athletic in the G League, kid. Dead serious.
On that block.
Yeah.
Sit that chopping block.
Put it right on the block. He wants
right
to go
on that. Right on that block. No. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You out of here.
And you can say what you want, but I knew when he drafted 5 rookies, ain't all 5 of them gonna be on this team. I knew that shit.
You said all 5 rookies?
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Oh, you gonna get all 5? All 5 gonna be a hit? No. If I was them, I would. If I was them, I knew that. I've been
no. See, the problem is that everybody wants it to be a hit right away.
It's not going to be.
That's not going to happen. Like, the thing is, especially when we're in when we're told to tank, none of these rookies met the 65 game threshold, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Like, and
I don't think so.
They didn't do it by design. It wasn't because of the organization. They didn't do it by design, because that's how the front office wanted it. The front office didn't want them playing 65 games, so they don't have to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's time for them to get extensions and everything, that they could. Listen. I know what Sean Marks and Joe Tsai want to do. They want to save dollars, and they're like, "Yo,
it's about the money.
Do this and let's do that, and until we get XYZ, we get what we really want, and then let's see from there." Jordy and the coaching staff responsibility is to work wonders. They gotta prove that front office wrong. They gotta prove Sean Marks and they gotta prove Joe Tsai wrong, bro. Like, I heard it. If you haven't looked at the J-Dub from OKC interview about when they basically just said that
I remember
the front office wasn't didn't believe in them at all. They wasn't looking forward to them winning games, and when they started winning games, that's when they believed in them. That season before they went number 1 seed in the West. Go back to that season. Go back to that season when they finished in the play-in in the 10th seed.
Right.
And they front office was looking for them to finish at the bottom of the league.
Right, exactly.
And they didn't do that. So what you have to understand is that the players and the coaching staff and the staff and everybody that has everything to do with everything in practices and on the court, those are the most important people. Right now, they got to prove Joe Tsai and they got to prove Sean Marks wrong. Because guess what? That Joe Tsai and Sean Marks don't really believe in them either, bro. Like, it's almost like giving a minority rights and giving them and freeing them from slavery.
Right.
When like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you do that, you basically telling, like, because once you free them from slavery, you give them rights. You basically telling them, y'all on your own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that the players in the coaching staff is basically on their own, because you basically drafted them. You felt like you drafted them. You gave a job to Jordy Fernandez, and you told them that they on their own. Now they got to work wonders.
Right.
Now they got to prove, Drake Powell could be something. Goddamn Nolan, Danny, Yegor, they could do some things for a team. They got to prove that. No matter who we get. No matter who we get this offseason, they got to prove that.
Yeah, they got to prove it. You ain't got no choice at this point.
None. Zero.
Because they've been in purgatory, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were tanking from the beginning of this game, 123 to 94.
Oh yeah.
From the very beginning.
Oh yeah. That definitely. And they did what the front office and so many people and the staff wanted them to do. Fine. Okay. Y'all want us to? We got 2 more games on the road left in the season. You want us to tank those? Cool.
Yeah.
If Indiana wins one more, they tie. They own the tiebreaker, and they have the better record because they beat us tonight. Okay, great. Now we locked in the 2. You gonna be, if we don't get who we're supposed to get, you're gonna be complaining about how we didn't tank good enough to bottom out for Washington.
The one team.
That's all. That's it. One team.
One team out of all 30-something teams that's got a better record than us. Yeah. The one team that got the worst record is the reason why we didn't get.
The reason why we did. Yeah. So because that's gonna be the new excuse.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the new excuse.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the new excuse, bro. Like, this is why I want us to. This is why I realistically wanted us to bottom out, so I can prove to everybody that this shit that you're doing, it don't work.
It's not good. It's not good.
It don't work.
I don't like it anyway.
It just don't work, bro. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, man, Scott. Man, we're gonna have to see, but yeah. Let me
Yeah, I'm about to bounce.
Let me bust a move, man. Like
All right.
we gonna do this. We gonna do this again.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Yep. Later, Leaf.
Yep.
Guys, we're getting ready to bookie out. What you were talking about, Ribby? Just like when we got Julius, we went to the playoffs the second season with Tibbs. We were not supposed to be there. Yeah. Julius is a good player, man. I always said he was a decent, forward. They had a good team with Julius, and it was okay. They played better once they got Brunson, right? That first year that Brunson was there. They just needed a guard. That's what the Knicks needed. That was just what they needed. I didn't think that they needed to gut the team. But, hey. I ain't think I'll be honest with you, Rivy, I ain't gonna lie to you. You pay too much for fucking homeboy, Bridges. But then again, you shoot for the fence. I get it. I get it from the standpoint of Leon Rose saying it's either now or never. I ain't got there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So it's their time. They gotta make moves in the playoffs. So at least you got a shot. You got a shot. Never know what can happen. All right, so I'm gonna end this, Ribby. I don't know who you talking about, Ribby. Ex Ruler, what's up? Javon Ship. Who else was here? I had a Gilo, Jelio. I always call you Gilo. Thanks, Keisha. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all in the chat. The Nets lost, which is it's kind of funny to feel good about a loss. 123-94 was the score. So I think the Nets got the memo. That's the magic word today. That's the magic words. They got the memo. So, all right, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my channel. All my ex people, you can like and subscribe on YouTube. So don't forget to check it out. My YouTube channel, support the page. The season is almost over. So, the agony, and then we got 1 month before, 4 weeks before the selection, and we'll know what our faith is. And then I'm quite sure it's going to be a big hoopla. I have said Sean wants to make a big move. I'm telling you what I'm saying. Sean, I know Sean. Sean like that big fish. He don't like little fishes. He wants big fish. So, all right. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Peace.